So the interaction with Indonesia faces several major challenges that affect its national stability and development. These include political, economic, social, and security issues. Political, the country struggles with corruption and governance challenges. Economically, poverty and inequality remain significant problems. Society issues such as environment, education gaps, and health inequality continue to affect citizens. In terms of security, Indonesia faces threats from terrorism, separatist movement, and natural disasters. These issues are interconnected and require effective policy to ensure sustainable growth and social harmony.
Now I will talk about political issues in Indonesia, focusing on corruption in the government. Corruption is a major political problem in Indonesia. It happens when government officials or politicians misuse their power for personal or political gain. This issue has affected both national and local levels for many years. There are several types of corruption in Indonesia, such as bribery, investment, and abuse of authority. These practices are often done by officials who use their position for personal benefit instead of serving the public. The impact of corruption is very serious. It reduces people's trust in the government, discourages foreign investors, and slows down the country's economic and social development. Because of this, corruption continues to be one of Indonesia's biggest political challenges that needs strong action and honest leadership to solve.
I'm going to talk about one of the major economic issues in Indonesia, which is poverty and income inequality. These two issues have affected millions of people and continues to challenge Indonesia's development. Although Indonesia has made great progress in reducing poverty, many people still live below the poverty line. Most of them come from rural and underdeveloped areas where access to food, clean water, and housing is still limited. One of the biggest problems in Indonesia is unequal income distribution. A small number of people control a large amount of wealth, while many citizens can continue to earn very low income. This creates a big gap between the rich and the poor. Economic growth in Indonesia is mostly centered in big cities such as Jakarta and Surabaya. However, people in rural areas depend mainly on agriculture, which offer lower income and fewer job opportunities. This causes an imbalance in regional development. Poor families often face difficulties in getting quality education and healthcare. Because of this, they have fewer chance to improve their living standards, and the cycle of poverty continues from one generation to another.
Social issue, religious and ethnic issue in Indonesia. Indonesia is a very diverse country with over 1,300 ethnic groups and 6 official religions. This diversity is something special, but sometimes it also creates problems when people don't respect each other's belief or background. For example, there were conflicts between Muslims and Christians in Ambon and Poso around 1999 to 2001, and also anti-Chinese riots in 1998. This incident caused fear, division, and even violence in the community. Because of this, the Indonesian government promotes the national motto Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, which means unity in diversity. It reminds everyone to live peacefully, to accept difference, and to protect harmony among people of all religions and ethnic groups. In the end, I believe that tolerance, respect, and understanding are the key to keeping Indonesia peacefully and united.
So the next point is point zero, which is terrorism and separatism movement. The first point is religious extremism. Terrorist groups like Jemaah Islamiyah use religion to justify violence and aim to create an Islamic state. They have carried out deadly attacks such as the 2002 Bali bombing to spread fear and push their belief. These extremists twist religious teaching for political goals, even though most Muslims inject their action. This type of extremism harms Indonesian peace and unity by creating fear and mistrust among different religious groups. The second point is ethnic and regional separatism. Groups such as the Free Papua movement fight for independence due to unfair treatment and lack of development. The Free Papua movement (OPM) is an example of separatism caused by feeling of unfair treatment and lack of development. Many Papuans believe their rich natural resources only benefit others, while they remain poor and face limited access to education and healthcare. This inequality makes them feel neglected by the central government, leading some groups to protest or fight for independence. Such movements show that unequal development can create anger and conflict within a nation. The last point is government effort. Indonesia used law and military action to stop terrorism and separatism, but problems like poverty still causes unrest. The Indonesian government fight terrorism and separatism through law, security force, and community programs. Agencies like the Badan Nasional Penanggulangan Terorism (BNPT) help prevent radicalization, while the army deals with violence groups. In Papua, the government also tried to improve infrastructure and local welfare. However, problems like poverty and inequality still causes tension. To build lasting peace, Indonesia must combine strict security measures with fair development and equal treatment for all citizens. That's all for me.
To conclude, Indonesia is still facing several major challenges in political, economic, social, and security aspects. Corruption in the government, poverty, and social tensions continues to affect the country's growth and stability. These issues not only slow down development but also reduce public trust in the government and create division among communities. Therefore, to achieve lasting progress, Indonesia needs unity among its people, transparent government, and strong leadership. With cooperation and honesty, the nation can move forward toward peace, stability, and sustainable development.